Guber elections. Inec boss Mahmoud Yakubu being manipulated. Nnpp candidate Oba Abdurrahim says. Can you imagine? So what Oba Abdurrahim is saying is that Inec chairman Mahmoud Yakubu is being manipulated. By who? By politicians? Or by who? The government of the day? Or how? Okay, it's quite unfortunate that if he's being manipulated and it's against his will, if he's a good man, then he should throw in the towel and walk away from the job. Let them give it to someone else because you could not afford to put your integrity on the line. So for him to allow himself to be manipulated and he's still occupying the position because he's earning heavily from it, then he should take the responsibility and take the blame. That is the truth. So let's see what Abdurrahim has to say. Ahead of the March 18 election, Professor Shuaibu Oba Abdurrahim, the Kwara State governorship candidate of the New Nigerian People's Party (Nnpp), has claimed that Mahmoud Yakubu, the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, is being manipulated by some people. Of course, anyone that agreed to work with APC government, that agreed to work with Tinubu, that agreed to work with corrupt politicians will obviously be manipulated. No matter how good he is, they must have, passed him through some covenant. He must have taken an oath with them, that oath that he cannot break, otherwise he will die. That is it. If somebody like the current vice president, who was known as a good man, can now compromise a lot and right now is almost voiceless, can still remain in the office, that is to tell you that there's something that is beyond the eyes that is happening there. So let's see what Abdurrahim has further to say. According to Oba Abdurrahim, he used to know Yakubu as an honest and upright man. Can you imagine? Oba Abdurrahim spoke to the News Agency of Nigeria on Friday in Ilorin. He said, the law is there to protect the poor masses, he said, but rather is protecting the rich and the political class, not the masses. Right now, the law is there to deal with the masses and protect the high class. That is what Nigerian law is meant for. That is what Nigerian law is there to do at this moment. The reverse is the case. The preparation has been very poor, okay, and it's unlike the character of Mahmoud Yakubu that I know. I used to know him as an honest and upright man, but I think he's been manipulated by some people. There's no way you work for APC government or this crop of Nigerian politicians that you'll not be manipulated. What they will do is that they will look for a good person that will earn the sympathy of the masses to put in the position, and then they will be using the person from under to do the dirty job after winning the masses through the person. That is the style that they'll be using. They will go and look for somebody that is very appealing to the public, and then they will put the person there. Then over the night, they will commit the person to certain oaths and covenants that he will not disappoint them. And after committing those people, they will leave them to work. Okay? And then they will be dictating for him. And when he says he can't do it, they will tell him, well, you remember the oath and the covenant that you entered with us. You cannot disappoint us. If you do, you know the consequence. That is what is happening. So if Mahmoud Yakubu used to be a good man before he was appointed that position or for that position, and now he's a different person that we used to know, then something is wrong, then the best thing should be to walk away. But like I said earlier, he probably will not be able to walk away now because he had known so much, he has seen so much that he shouldn't see and shouldn't know, and they will not let him go free with such level of information, especially the oath and covenant that he must have been subjected to. The next thing is they will kill him. And to avoid being killed, he will rather endure until the end of his tenure, and then he will go home quietly. And the funniest of all is that they will encourage him to do his job because nothing will happen. They will tell him nothing will happen. Hi, now, wow. Okay, so Oba Abdul Rashid said the conscience of Inec has been touched because they appeared to be the instrument that may be used by corrupt people to destabilize Nigeria, he said. Recall that the gubernatorial election earlier slated for March 11 was moved to March 18 to enable Inec to reconfigure the bimodal voter accreditation system machines. Yeah, we know. Okay, so what about Abdul Rashid is saying here, a governorship candidate in Kwara State, is that Inec chairman Mahmoud Yakubu used to be a very good and honest man. Okay, but right now he's being manipulated by some people. Who are the people manipulating him? He didn't say anything about that. He didn't say anything about that. Who is manipulating him? Of course, Nigerians know the truth. Even if nobody comes out to talk in the public, Nigerians already know the truth. Okay, that right now Mahmoud Yakubu is working by the dictate of his paymasters. He who pays the piper, they take the tone. He's working by the dictates of his paymasters, which are the APC warlords. That is the truth. And that is why honesty is far away from him. That is why what he did during the February 25 election is different from what he promised Nigerians, both in Nigeria and in abroad. It's different from what he told people in Chatham House when he went to Chatham House to present how he was going to run the election. Everything he said are different from what he actually did during the elections. And he's now trying to right the wrongs for himself by deleting the evidences inside the BVS machine in the name of reconfiguring it. You don't have to reconfigure. But again, whatever APC is doing now with Tinubu and with the rigging of the election has been pre-planned long ago. Remember when they were preparing for this election, during the campaign period of last year, Sahara reporters came out with a report that some Inec IT officials have been bought and are going to compromise during the election. Inec came and denied it. APC came out through their national chairman, okay, to say, Adamu Abdullahi, to say that Nigeria is not right for BVS machine. Okay, even Tinubu came out to say that they don't trust the BVS machine because they know that they want to make it not to work so that they can go manual where they will be opportune to do the rigging and number alterations. Okay, so when the issue of Naira redesign came up, they said it was to prevent vote buying. Festus Keyamo, I think Keyamo or FFK came out to tell Nigeria that if it is by the election, if they can't buy vote with Naira, they can buy vote with dollars. That was what they said. So it means that they have been planning all of this for a long time. We're just behind. PDP and Labour Party have just been following the process naturally as honest people. Meanwhile, APC was busy planning what they're going to do over the night. Very bad. Really, really, really very bad. And that was why after the Tinubu's Chatham House outing, he was telling his people that, look, power is not served in restaurant. You must fight for it, you must grab it, you must hold it tight, and you must run with it. And that's exactly what they did during the elections. APC brought out their thugs, brought out their Jagaban army, and they fought and they injured people, they destroyed ballot boxes, they caused problems. Thuggery was the highest order. They stabbed people, and then at the end of the day, they shut down the server, and then, BVS could not transmit to the server. Then at night, they came out with a fictitious report and result that Tinubu has won. Hi, what in Nigeria? So that is what Professor Oba Abdul Rashid is saying, the governorship candidate of Nnpp in Kwara State, saying that Yakubu Mahmoud, the Inec chairman, used to be a honest man, but now being manipulated by some people. So thank you for listening, and let's have a comment.